Hello there guys, Show here and welcome back to another episode of 100 Games with Show. Yeah. So it is already our third minigame, and the last time we made Crocodile Dentist, and this time another classic Connect 4. And this one is, it kind of sounds simple, but of course with redstone it will be a bit difficult. So the game itself is rather simple, to be honest. So it is a two-player game. You stand opposite to each other, and one is red, one is yellow, and then you place concrete powder, which I'm gonna use because it has it has gravity. It has gravity. So it falls down and you place them to get, in the end, like 4 blocks in a straight line, or in, if you can just simulate that, in a diagonal line, kind of like this. And that's more or less the game. So what I thought about, I played around quite a lot with redstone in my testing world, and the easiest way to do this is just by having a piston. So something like this, where we have the concrete powder blocks more or less stacked up. So the limit, the max limit of the height, and then each time when the node block is clicked, it is retracting or it is pushing the concrete block out and it falls down. It's kind of like the motion which you have if you place the chip into the slot on the top, and then it falls down. And yeah, there you have the game mechanic. So how are we gonna transfer that into the game itself? And that is actually a rather, I would say, simple. So what we do is we just place node blocks down, and I kind of want to have this on the same level here. So I'm just gonna place them into the floor, and might have to take out a portion of this. And I looked up the length, or how many slots, columns there are in the default game, and it is 7. So that's why we're gonna place 7 here. And let me just remove the floor real quick. Okay, the floor is removed, and I already placed it on the other side as well. So in the middle of here will be the actual block or the spot where the concrete or the tiles will fall onto. So if we got 3 here, we have 1, 2, and 3. So this is the middle one. And here will be the Connect 4 kind of area where the blocks will fall onto. Okay, and how are we gonna transfer this kind of input here into the piston up there, so the concrete powder is falling down? The easiest way to do this, of course, is with observers again. I'm just gonna place observers like at this and funnel them back up into the place where the piston is, and also where the concrete powder is finally pushed down as well. Okay, we have one side finished. So this is the mechanic of how you're getting the blocks pushed down. It's rather simple, to be honest. It's just a node block input, and then you have a lot of observers which just transfer the signal up here. And then we have a 2-tick repeater here which goes into this block here. This is just for decoration, it's not really doing anything. And then we have the concrete powder here, and if we would push the block or click on the block, it would go up, and one concrete powder block is in place. And now you can, you have it in front of you, you see where you want to push or where you want to place it, and then you just do this and hit the block below, then it falls right in there. So what we can now do is we could do a glass wall, alternating glass wall kinda. So if you would only use one glass color. Most of the people have connected glass texture on, so it might be better to have alternating colors, and then you also have to alternate it up here as well. So this is useful. You can also leave that away. I kind of like it to have it behind the to visualize kind of how many blocks are on top of each other. It is kind of hard to tell when you kind of stack a lot of blocks on the first glance, and if you would place a glass wall with kind of like a chess pattern, and that was incorrect. So, oops, removed my wall block here, unfortunately. Just a minor mistake, let's top it up. So the default height of the column is 6 blocks, if I'm correctly, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there we go. And now we actually have a very nice chess pattern here, and we can easily spot how many blocks are placed. Like this is 4 blocks, and then we see, okay, where is a good spot to place the next one. So yeah, that is one side, and let me just quickly copy it for the rest of the node blocks and also flip it over with for the red side. Okay, we got both sides in place. Actually, I just realized I should copy this chess pattern over there as well. There we go. Now it's in place, and now we can actually play the game already. Like push the node block here, falls down, and we see it perfectly. This is one block. Also, let's then alternating player red would place a block, and then you just go back and forth in placing blocks. And it's actually quite good that you have to wait for the other player, so you don't accidentally just hit it twice, and it may destroy the concrete block if they fall or get like too many ticks in their falling. It could break them. That's the case. All right, now for example, so one side would win the game. How are we gonna reset that? And I thought about doing this like automatically, that these blocks are getting transported up there with piston, kind of like piston elevator, and getting placed back here. But to be honest, this is too complicated and I didn't get it to work. So what I thought about doing is just a simple torch and item elevator. And we also have to move it one block below. There we go. And what we can now do is just put some redstone on top of it, like this. This is not working because of the push limit. I'm gonna have to alternate these blocks here. There we go. Now they are not sticking to each other, and so we don't encounter the push limit. Alright, and we're just gonna copy that up. So you will see in a second why I moved it down. And now, if you would unpower this lever, they would fall down. Before we do this, we're just gonna place the torches, fall onto these torches and get broken into the items themselves. And then we just okay, we actually don't need any blocks here, we just can use some hoppers to pick up all the items. Let's also place a block here, and they are getting all funneled over, and then we can do a simple dropper or even something else, which I kind of like to do because it is a silent elevator. So for example, I have to move that down. There we go. That's why I moved it all, or I lowered it that much. Here we go. You go in there. And we are gonna take the output, remove this back here, get the redstone and the repeater. I would not break it. Okay, there we go. Now we have a dropper elevator, and we are switching to an item, kind of like silent elevator after that. Now if we would retract or unpower the elevator, the lever, like this, they would fall down, get in there, and get outputted over there perfectly. And we actually already have a reset function because we get the items back out, and now we just have to pick it up somehow. And what I kinda like to use here is a silent elevator, kind of like this, because items which are like dropped out or outputted by the dropper into a block are getting pushed up to the surface, and if there is another block above it, getting pushed up again. You might have seen that when you are mining down and then you building up or filling up the hole again, that items are getting pushed up. All right, and I think around here is quite good. So what we can now do is the items getting pushed up. We are gonna collect the items in a barrel, and let's say I might have to go up a bit higher with the barrel to be able to easily place the blocks. Yeah, like this, like 3 blocks high is good because we also can look down. All right, now what we have to do with the last one, if it gets pushed up, we kind of have to catch it with something like this, but this will not work because it will kind of like land below the hopper. So what we should do instead is move all that one out, so we can funnel it into a water stream, bucket or water source here. Item get pushed over there, and that's it. Now let's see if that works. So right now there's nothing in here. If you're gonna place our 2 items in here, they are getting... oh, totally forgot to move that over there as well. Let's do this again. Okay, 2 times, no items visible on the floor, so they should have come up by now and make their way into here. Where are the items? Oh, there are the items. They got extracted. So problem might be that they on the edges they are getting pushed out. So we have to fill up those edges as well to successfully move the items up. Let's try that again. 1 and 2, they are gone from the droppers, should move up and be extracted. Or are they already here? Oh, they are already here. That's quite fast. They actually move quite fast. And there we go. We have a silent elevator. Ooh, are we faster? Oh, you're already there. Wow, that's really quick. And then we're gonna make a bubble elevator up here. You come up here, you take the items or the blocks out of here, and then you're just gonna replace them. And that's our reset function for the game. So let me just finish the whole mechanic. before we go over to the final build. Okay, so the mechanic of Connect 4 is in place and it's ready to play actually. So the outside is not really looking pleasing for the eye, so we definitely have to do something against that and build a nice outline. And I place the reset game button or lever over there, as it's nicer to have like to walk in here, and then you see reset game, there's the reset chamber up there, which I have to place a sign as well. But now also color coded it. This is the yellow side and over there is the red side. So now we can play the game just in alternating turns over here. Then we go back, and just to be careful not to hit the block too fast, otherwise the piston, especially the same like slot, if you're like clicking, the red player is pushing this block or this column, and the yellow player is placing or want to place in the same color and almost at the same time. It is a bit tricky because both pistons will push, and then you have the problem that the other piston is maybe pushing in here. So just take your time before hitting the block, or no block, I mean. Okay, so if you got like, you lost the game is over, or you just want to clear the game, just go over here, you hit the reset, and I did, oh, totally forgot. There we go. All the items are being elevated into the reset chamber. We just walk over here, come up here, and then we walk to the barrel, take the items out and replace them. This is rather a simple kind of approach on resetting the game, and I think it's good enough for playing the game. Alright, and then that's more about it. When you want to play another game, don't forget to switch the reset off, because otherwise they would fall into the hopper and getting transported up again. So you need something to place them on. Alright, and this is Connect 4. So now we're hitting time-lapse mode, of course, to build a nice interior and exterior for this game. So hit the time-lapse, let's roll it. And voila, the outside, the exterior is done as well. I put a C4 which stands for Connect 4, not for the other C4, in front of it, and some discs up here that it indicates, okay, yeah, this is Connect 4, where you have to place the red or the yellow disc in for the game. And inside, I kept it, oh, just realized. Totally forgot that. So inside I kept it quite on the white and black theme, because then you have the color. It is more a bigger contrast. So you see, okay, this is the yellow side, this is the red side. I didn't want to use any other color in here. And yeah, that is the interior as well. I covered all the observers with a white or with the pale oak trapdoors on top as well, put the framing on it, and the same is over here. Very simple design, not really, yeah. It's more about the game, not about the interior, okay, guys? I had a lot of fun doing the mechanic designing, the game designing, not really the in or exterior. The exterior is even more bland, to be honest. Just I used the blue colors because it's what the framing. That's these are the colors for the game itself, where you actually place the discs inside. So yeah, that is Connect for the game. All done and dusted, and of course the schematics are in the description as with the previous builds as well. Hope you liked it, and I see you in the next episode. Goodbye.